Styles first a global mega entertainer, originally from the heavily crafted One Direction UK boy band. Harry Styles' first solo single Sign of the Times and debut solo album was described by New Musical Express as sounding like a David Bowie album. Will Harry Styles be the industry's reincarnated recycled David Bowie, the space oddity, and the occult's new favorite enterer? Styles and a young Bowie share many traits, including a form of androgyny that points us towards a future human, the construct of the NWO, where males and females will be merged into a new androgynous entity, whilst reproduction will be controlled outside of the human body, reminding us very much of earlier Nazi attempts at genetic engineering. The androgen, the future third being, is freed from the desires of reproduction. Why also are many celebrities linked to the occult? The list of entertainers known as enterers in occult circles who are seduced into the occult to create music and art is endless and includes members of the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, Miley Cyrus, Lady Gaga, Madonna, as well as so many Hollywood actors and producers. David Bowie, like many of his contemporaries, was a known disciple of King Aleister Crowley. The Beatles were his devotees, as were the Rolling Stones. Bowie was well versed in occult teachings, especially the belief that human beings descended to Earth from another planet, and reverence from Jupiter's moon Ganymede. We'll discuss this shortly, and also touch on Aleister Crowley. There are many good books and websites on the occult. A few do try to explain astrotheology. Some mention the central role of Saturn. Others point to the occult's influence in the music and film industry, but very few are able to correctly explain astrotheology with respect to the occult. A knowledge of astrotheology will give you better perspective on just about every Western religion. Astrotheology will help you to understand Satanism and Catholicism. By being better informed about astrotheology, Aquarians can also be more confident in their own spirituality. So, let's begin. Astrotheology is the study of the heavens for signs of divinity. Understand astrotheology, and you understand many religions. Ancient peoples examined the heavens for critical signs, such as the coming of the equinoxes and solstices, as these were appointed times for honoring the gods. However, it was the ancient Babylonian astronomers that identified distant ringed planet Saturn, and declared that this heavenly body was a powerful deity, and not just an object in the sky. Planet Saturn was honored as the Father God, the God of time, and the keeper of the keys to heaven. Saturn's special place in astrotheology is important to understand. One is to better appreciate Western religions and cults. Ancient astronomers keenly studied the ancient skies, hoping to give their leaders useful guidance, including prophecy. The sun was the most important body in the sky, and its movement throughout the year was carefully tracked. In myths, the sun was equated with the highest god. As the sun passed through constellations each year along all 13 an elliptic path, these constellations became the sun's heavenly hosts. They were given personalities. For example, the constellation Capricorn was seen as a he-goat, half human, half goat shape, as well as the sun. The astronomers were fascinated with planets. The movements of planets must have seemed strange to the ancients. Their irregular paths across the night sky suggested to the ancients that these wandering stars were erratic with unpredictable tendencies. These suspect heavenly bodies were thought to affect life on Earth, both good and bad effects, as well as influencing future events, and thus these wandering planets were carefully tracked. We will focus here on understanding one important wandering star, planet Saturn, the planet which lies at the heart of many occult beliefs and practices. Understanding astrotheology, including Saturn worship, will help explain the beliefs, superstitions, and occult practices of global religions that impact on our world, including the predominant global religion, Catholicism. We will seek to understand how the Roman Catholic religion was invented by occult-worshipping Emperor Constantine, and how this has shaped the very nature of this church. We will examine how the church has acted to implement its global ambitions, including its mission to ensure that entire nations remain loyal to Rome.